Like a real podcast.
Like a real pod.
Trying to be.
Oh, yeah. Candy Apple Blues all in-ear monitors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so rehearsal's kind of weird.
Yeah, I know, because being on stage with those ear plugs in your ears kind of makes it hard to hear.
They got a couple of keyboard players.
Yeah.
That's all you can.
All you can hear is the clunk from the keys.
You don't have in there without the headsets.
That's funny. Okay, so we're up and running. Let's see. Welcome to my podcast, Scotty. For those of you who don't know, I have my friend here, Scott Macdonald. We know each other. We used to work together at the Burlesque Show, Broadway Review. Scott would run lights, and I would run sound. And I'm excited to have you on here. I know you got a lot of good stories to tell. That was kind of one of the main reasons I wanted to bring you on here. Is I just know you're full of good stories.
Full of something.
Yeah, full of something. Let's get the microphone up to you close, just so we make sure we get everything nice and loud. Let's check these levels. I think we're good. But yeah, we used to work at the Burlesque Show together, and we did that for a while. I didn't know you until I started working the show, but you worked the show for a long time before that. You worked it when it was John Henry's, and
9 years at John Henry.
9 years, yeah, and Broadway Review was like the longest running burlesque show on the West Coast for a long time.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then I think the pandemic kind of put an end to it, but up until then, it was the longest running one on the West Coast.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So yeah, you got some great stories. You told me you've like run lights and sound for presidential candidates, for all kinds of different music acts, and you work with Candy Apple Blue here in town. Tell us some of the other stuff that you do and that you've done.
Oh, you're covering a lot of it there. I think I did 11 years at I-Beam, which was pretty interesting. We built stages and stage roofs and lighting systems in the days of power cans. When your dimmer beach was a shitload of fucking cables running 1,000 watt bulbs.
Let's see. Let me get this a little closer to you.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, you can move this stand if you need to.
All right.
Sorry. But yeah. So let's see. Let's just kind of tell your story a bit. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Tell us about that.
My dad was in the United States Army, so I was born in Army base in California, Fort Ord, California.
Fort Ord, California.
But then moved around the country, which was nice. East Coast. Places like Georgia and North Carolina, and then back to California.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and then where'd you get into lights and sound and stuff? I know you're a drummer too, and so let's hear something about that.
Yeah. I never really meant to get into lighting. I was pretty much drafted. I was running around with some friends in the band, early 90s, doing videotape. I was running a DAT recorder. You might have to look that up in the history. But,
videotape? You're editing?
No, DAT recorder involves a cassette tape where you can do cues on a cassette tape before CDs and such, and computers now, where it makes it a lot easier. Older technology. But they had a light guy, and they were renting the equipment from I-Beam, and the equipment came in, and he didn't. We were at John Henry's when it was on 11th Street. Is how far back that is. That's
on 11th Street, huh? Yeah. See, I never got to experience John Henry's there. I only saw it on Broadway.
Broadway'd be the second incarnation. Now we're on the third. I'm understanding.
That's right. Yeah. Now they're opening up a new one. But that's also where I discovered the Burlesque Show was John Henry's, and man, it was just like the coolest, weirdest little burlesque show every Sunday in this like greasy punk rock bar. There's cobwebs in the ceiling and gum on the walls. And $4 32-ounce Miller High Lifes, and it was a party every Sunday.
Every fucking Sunday.
Yeah. We had Brooklyn J was hosting, and he was super hilarious. And, so good at that. And there was also K.I. would host occasionally.
K.I. would host.
There was Ditto. He was doing stagehand.
Oh yeah, lots of stories. Yeah, Ditto was awesome.
Yeah.
Jay was awesome and shit like that. But, we were well connected, too. I mean, we decided we wanted to do a grindhouse fucking burlesque.
That's right.
And Tyler, manager of the bar, was well connected. His dad did movie shit, so they brought in a lot of fucking blood shit.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, you guys did some movie stuff, and you guys did...
we had no budget, but we were well connected, We had...
What did you guys end up doing with those props?
We did scenes from Reservoir Dogs. We did scenes from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
The Grindhouse thing, where we did the cut the ear off the police officer. And Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Stuck in the Middle with You was playing in the background with the girls dancing, and we had blood splurting from Ditto's ear.
Nice, right on. Yeah, and they weren't afraid to get dirty there. So.
Oh no, and everywhere, and the audio guy was great. Everywhere the N word was used, we dubbed it obviously with the word ninja. And so when we got to the scene in Pulp Fiction where they hit a bump on the road and John Travolta character blows that kid's head off in the back seat.
Yeah.
Lights come up. It's not a black kid in the back seat. It's Ditto in a ninja outfit.
That's hilarious.
bring that whole circle. But yeah, they were fucking creative back then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just so captivating to watch that show, and I just like fell in love with it, and eventually became a part of it. I was roommates with one of the dancers and her boyfriend at the time, and the way I kind of stumbled into it, I was going to school for audio engineering, and they needed a sound guy because they had made the move from John Henry's to Lucky's, and I think you guys had a sound guy for a minute, which I want to say it was Skylar. Skylar was going to do it.
I think we didn't make it over there with Timmy.
Okay, yeah.
Because he went on into Portland in a
That's
career. He's doing good.
Yeah.
Orville was already on to other things. I can't remember. That's how memorable that sound guy was. I'm going to probably hope. I don't know.
He's good at what he did. I mean, those original sounds that you guys used, the tip jar and the post up, that was a classic one. And,
yeah.
Always on point with the sound effects and the cues and stuff like that. And that was one of the cool things that I kind of, I think I absorbed that watching the show and kind of was able to translate some of that into once I joined the team.
Oh yeah, Timmy Burge was godfather of that, where he brought that in as a DJ coming into sound.
Yeah.
And running sound for that, and you and I took it to the next level.
Yeah. I was triggering sounds off of a drum pad. I would assign
rolling drum pad, you betcha.
Stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure what you guys were using back then.
He was using a DJ board with the two fake turntables. I'm not sure what brand it was, but he had some DJ equipment that was capable of doing that.
That makes sense.
I like the rolling drum pad. That was really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And comfortable for a drummer. For sure.
And it's super customizable. You can put any sounds you want on there. I came up with a couple of our own, and I think for the strip off too, or maybe you guys had that too, the bell and the.
No, we brought the bell in when Shadow started coming over the strip off.
Okay.
You and I decided we needed to make it more like a sporting event.
That's right. Yeah.
And we did the number cards, round 1, 2, and 3, and gave it more of a sporting feel.
Yeah, and so for listeners, there used to be a section of the Roulette Show, like in the middle of the show, they would get people to participate from the audience, and they would do a strip off, and they would have 3 rounds. They would do a dance each round, and then at the end of it, they would have the audience judge. They would judge, by how loud the crowd was, and then the winner would, I think, just basically get free drinks and the glory of being the winner of the strip off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and man, there's some epic stories from that too. I mean, gosh, there's so many funny moments.
Yeah.
I remember, this wasn't a strip off moment, but I remember when Ditto and Jay did Dick in a Box.
Dick in a Box,
for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
Oh,
yeah, they had the little Christmas present boxes, and that was, oh my gosh, so funny, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, creative as well. I mean, the two of them together, and you throw Crunk in the mix, and
oh yeah, Crunk too. That's right. Yeah, he's like one of the rowdier hosts too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super fun. I remember he smashed that chair on stage.
I saw him smash a guy's phone. He threatened him. He said, "If you don't put that phone away, because they're taking pictures, I'm gonna come out there and smash your phone." And he whatever, kept on doing it. He fucking went out there and. Boom, against the wall it went.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Crunk is a big dude. You don't want to mess with that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see, where else do we go here? Trying to think of just some more like epic stories from that time period, man. There's so many of them. I can't, it's all kind of a blur. It's just like, you know.
Oh, a lot of it is, you know, the themes that they did at the John Henry's 9 years we did there. I mean, cinema, you know. Of all the scenes that Kronk and Jay could have done from Point Break, they decided they want to do the parachute scene, which has got to be, you know, the most fucking complicated.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I saw that movie recently, Point Break. That's the Keanu Reeves movie?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The surfer movie?
And Patrick Swayze.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that recently.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so, Patrick Swayze jumps out of the airplane, and then Keanu Reeves jumps out without a parachute and catches up with him. Yeah, that scene.
How'd they do that?
Lighting, lit up... Kronk was on the bottom first, and then when the audio came in for Keanu Reeves to catch up, lit up Jay Liotta on top of him.
Oh, yeah.
I had a real white parachute. We had to fold it, you know, so that we could deploy that thing in the short amount of room, you know, that we had. And that was like the end of the scene, you know. Pull it, don't pull it, you know, you don't have the guts, whatever, you know. Boom, parachute, the end of scene.
That is hilarious.
You know, rigging and fucking ropes running through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some shit. We had like a bucket we could drop everything from like water for a flash dance. We've done that scene.
Yeah.
To a bucket of blood for Carrie. Oh.
Yeah, speaking of props too, I remember there was they used to have a swing on the stage.
Oh,
at
yeah.
John Henry's
Oh, yeah.
too,
I helped put that up originally. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there was a pole too that would come down.
Oh, yeah.
Bolt into the floor.
Bolt into the floor.
And it was instant. I mean, you could just bust it out.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Some of the girls had used that during their act. It was so easy to pull down.
That's right. Yeah, I remember Sunday morning doing some stuff with the swing.
Oh, yeah. She was, and the pole. She was pretty fucking incredible on the pole as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Doing, I remember Strawberry Fields by the Beatles.
Yeah. I mean, how the fuck could you even, sometimes, you know, watching her move on that thing so slow.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can spin around real fast and do some crazy, you know, heavy metal, but, you know, here she is spinning around in slow motion.
No doubt. Yeah, I would love to get some of the girls from the show, you know, on here and tell some stories too.
I'm sure they got some dressing room stories that we don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put the dressing room together, walk away, because I don't even want to know what happens in there.
That's right. Where was the dressing room for John Henry's? Because I know, you know, at Lucky's they had it. They would set up the curtain and they had the pool table there.
At John Henry's was in the back room where they did fried food, so they always complained about being greasy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that bar was greasy.
Yeah.
But that was part of the fun.
Yeah. You didn't want to stand still too long or you'd stick to the floor.
Yeah, especially in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun bar. And then they have Burlesque Show there. And there's they do a lot of metal shows and all kinds of shows, hip-hop shows. And
glam even. I mean, the spread was all over.
All over. Yeah, that's right. They had glam night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With a bunch of fucking... drag queens.
Yeah.
You know, you'd take a 6-foot man and put him on 3-inch heels and put 3 foot of hair. Dude, these people were huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they were great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fun times in that place. You know, now it's the Drake bar. And it's funny. I remember, like, there was a bit of a, I don't know if it was like a boycott, but some people were just like, you know, apprehensive to go in there for a while.
Yep.
And just because they're so hardcore about, you know, the John Henry's vibe. But I actually ended up I worked there for a little while after it was Drake. I was working at Guitar Center and I helped purchase and install the sound system that's in there and ended up getting a job, and I worked there for a little while. And but I ended up leaving because I went on tour with my band. We went on this like 2.5 month tour, so I quit all my jobs and sold my truck and bought a bus and went on the road. And but I worked there for a minute, and it was cool, and I don't know where I was going with that one.
Yeah, have another hit.
Yeah.
But
speaking of that, you know, that was another part of a fun thing. Like, you know, between sets, there was always like a fun little crowd out in the alleyway smoking and hanging out, and you know, just good times and telling stories, and yeah, man, it's fun. You know, it's miss those times sometimes, you know.
I mean, you know, I hope to ever get back to those times. I mean, like, hesitant to share a pipe now, you know.
Yeah.
Hesitant to stand too close to your friends.
Before the pandemic kind of stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, and then, you know, I think that's really what put an end to the Broadway review.
Oh, I put it in a lot of things. I mean, like, I had a union gig, Tool, March fucking 12th, you know.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Boom. Night before that, I'm getting canceled, you know.
Yeah.
And didn't do anything for better than a year.
I see. And they just had I think it was Tool there recently, didn't they? You worked that show. They were there a couple weeks ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
A few
and
weeks
they
ago.
had when I drove by, there was so many trucks. There's like 15 trucks.
Yeah, 14 I think is the actual count.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to load and unload them. Oh yeah, load them in and load them out.
Yeah. So there's a show, just for listeners. There's a show at Matthew Knight Arena here in Eugene, and Tool came through. And Scotty, I'm not sure how you go about getting those gigs, but you do a lot of those like stagehand type gigs over there for the arena, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This coming out of the pandemic is actually a pretty good time if you want to be a stagehand.
Yeah.
To sign up because they've lost a lot of people. That have went on to other things.
I see.
Just out of necessity.
Yeah.
Couldn't hang on any longer.
Yeah. Well, and there's probably just not a lot of shows happening, not a lot of work. I imagine, huh?
It's coming back.
Yeah.
And as it's coming back, their staff doesn't have as many people in it.
I see.
So they're lacking.
So do they come with a crew and you guys kind of mix crews, or they just kind of, or you guys mostly handle all that? How do you guys do all the setup and everything?
They come in. Their crew knows what is going on. They'll instruct you on what cases. Every case is numbered.
Okay.
Roll it stage right, stage left, front of house. Somebody's always telling you what to do.
Yeah.
It's not near as creative as like the Burlesque Show or Candy Apple Blue and other gigs I do.
Yeah.
Lighting for that is you pull the light out of the case and put it on the truss. And,
Okay.
Get to
just
play.
kind of point.
You don't get to play with it. Yeah.
I see.
And you put it wherever they want to.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of trucks. I mean, I can't imagine how much gear there was, but there must have been a ton of it. And so how big is the crew, the tech crew that they bring with them? Is it?
I don't think I even. It's hard to sort out who's actually going to be there for the tech crew because I know we work with some of the lighting guys who are going to stay there.
Yeah.
And who is just with the trucks because that's their specialty. When you're unloading 14 trucks,
yeah,
you need those guys, probably a couple of them.
No doubt.
That's my end of things with the union crew usually.
Yeah.
Some of them stay on for showtime, and then they're mixing with the actual tech crew.
So when you're all done, do you get to hang out and watch the show?
No.
No.
It's
just set up.
No, you're coming in after the show.
Okay. And then breaking down and helping to put it away.
Because these crews are large. You can't give every one of them access.
Yeah.
Like Garth Brooks at Autzen Stadium.
Oh, yeah. Did you help set that one up?
Yeah. We come in. Our crew came in, and the crew I was with put us in a position where we were, almost in reach of him at the tail end of the show.
Oh, cool.
So sometimes we get part of the show, and sometimes, like Matthew Knight, we're sitting behind a metal door that's closed.
Yeah.
We can hear a muffled sound, So, yeah, they're different, where gigs like, the Burlesque Show, we're in the mix.
Yeah,
and
much more creative, more involved.
Yeah, I took sound and lights, a bit further as we went along. We were allowed to be creative.
Yeah, and we even went so far as to install some stuff in the ceiling there for the lights. And
oh, yeah.
And you would bring you had some lights that you'd brought too. You have them on the side of the stage, that color strip.
Oh, yeah, and that 1950 something.
Yeah, old school.
Oh, yeah.
But it was great. It lit up. You'd have all your colors, and, you could do so much with it.
Glass lenses. I still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else here. You're a drummer, too. So how long you been playing drums? What kind of you're kind of more into the percussion side of things.
Yeah, my income from marching band and drum and bugle corps. And drum and bugle corps.
Yeah.
Fell in love with that shit,
How'd you get into that stuff?
Somebody took me, high school marching band. That's just curiosity.
Yeah.
If you're going to play percussion, you're eventually they're going to put you there.
Yeah.
In
I did a little bit of that
smaller
too.
school. And
yeah.
Somebody in a marching band in Nebraska, a drum and bugle corps, invited me in to play one of three bass drums.
Okay.
So
you played the bass drum?
Yeah.
Right.
One of three, you're playing, one note of a triple and shit like that. And really, really precision.
Yeah, very syncopated and like very precision. And then marching on top of it too.
Oh yeah, marching on top. The snare drums are always fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Star of that, percussion end with their flipping sticks around and.
Yeah, absolutely.
Triples and shit like that. But you all have to play as one unit, and I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've pretty much set my drum pit, I don't know. I've let it take its own path. I put a lot of hand drums in, and during the pandemic, with a little extra money to spend, it just like took me into a marching.
Yeah, you were showing me some pictures of stuff that you got, and
it came along.
Pretty nice stuff. You had some march snares, some marching toms, that
glockenspiel.
Yeah. And what was that big the timpani drum?
Kettle drum.
Kettle drum.
Yep.
Yeah.
A 29-inch head.
Yeah.
Foot pedal. Boom.
Yeah. Changed the pitch on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did some marching stuff in school, and then did you ever play in any bands or anything like that?
No.
You play congos and stuff too, right?
Congos
and djembe.
For belly dancers and fire dancers. I had friends that were belly dancers and fire dancers. And,
okay.
How could you say no to belly dancing?
That was one thing I wanted to incorporate into the burlesque show, with some hand drums or some drumming too, but we never got into that.
We were thinking about that. We never got that next step. Maybe we'll connect with some people.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple different burlesque troops around town now. I think I've seen one or two of them. I haven't really been following the burlesque scene for a while, but not since not since the end of the Broadway review, but I do. I mean, I follow them on Facebook and stuff. I see their posts and stuff. But I just haven't been to any shows, recently.
Yeah. I picked up the one at the Big Dirty, and
okay, yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that. Yeah,
with Betty and Maddie and
yeah,
Johan was there.
Yeah, Johan.
Taylor Maiden was there.
I hadn't seen Johan in a lot of people. Long time. He moved away. Is he back?
He did.
Now?
He went to California, and glad to see him back. I mean, he's a great act.
Yeah.
For sure. Maddie is just off the fucking hook.
Yeah, he does that one with the light suspended above the stage.
Yeah, he incorporated a gas mask on that. And actually, he did two skits. The first one, him and Johan did Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd from the opera thing.
Nice.
And so he was Bugs Bunny. And then the next one, it's the dramatic thing with the drop, the light hanging from the ceiling and a gas mask,
Yeah. Yeah, that one's really fun to watch. It's so just dramatic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like it's slow, but it's entertaining.
Yeah. Good acts. I'm scheduled way back in Halloween. I've already got stuff scheduled Halloween.
Oh really?
With Amber, remember her?
Amber.
Oh yeah, you got to remember Amber.
I'm trying to remember.
Her and Jess are doing something at Sam Bond, so something's going to happen there. I've gone in there before the pandemic.
Okay.
Ran some lights there.
Cool, nice. What burlesque troupe is that?
She was Red Raven Follies at one time, but I'm not sure she's using that name still.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a couple, and the one that you worked with at Big Dirty, was that Wax Poetry Review?
Yep, Wax Poetry Review with Von Peaches.
Yeah. Dame Peaches Von Killingsworth.
Yeah, when we get it wrong, hopefully not. But yeah, I love her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, she's doing all kinds of cool stuff now. She's in High Step Society, and she's a couple bands. She does Betty. She has a band of her own.
Betty and the Boys, is it? Or try to follow her.
Yeah, I know what band you're talking about. It's Baroque Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we saw her do vocals. We didn't even know she could.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of blew us away. We sat at the microphone, and all of a sudden, wow.
She did that Portishead cover.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's such a good singer.
Oh, yeah, and moves so well on the stage.
Singer and dancer. Yeah, that's right. I mean, just entertainer all around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's great. There's a lot of talent, and it comes from a lot of different areas too in the burlesque scene. It's like, music, and I feel like, roller derby, there's some of that in there.
Oh,
and, yeah. Just all kinds of inspiration from so many places,
Oh, yeah.
Using scenes from movies and, songs, trying to, illustrate or use them to illustrate an idea.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun. And the music was one of my favorite things about the show is like, it's such a, like building playlists for that show. The spectrum of music that we use is just all over the place. Everything from classic rock to rap or hip hop or heavy metal. I mean, we use it all there. It's like, one of the cool things is like just being able to at a moment shift gears like that.
Shift gears,
and
you know,
somebody mentions, you know, this from that movie, and you bring up the theme song, or you know, whatever it is. But
watch the demographics of your crowd.
Yeah.
Play what you feel like they're going to be wanting to listen to.
Read the room that way.
Read the room. You got a bunch of college kids in here. You can throw in some hip hop.
Exactly.
You know, you get a bunch of gray-haired people in there. You can throw in some fucking Queen.
Yeah.
They'll be happy. You know.
I think so. Back in the day when you guys would have the music for the show, I think you guys had everything downloaded already, right? You had everything. You guys weren't playing from the internet like we were.
No, we had a computer. We hadn't had and that's one of the things we lost on the move was that tower had a whole bunch of. I had a library of songs.
Yeah, it must have been a huge library.
Oh, it was a huge library, and not only songs straight up as they came off the recording, but stuff that they re-recorded and changed. And
okay.
You know, some songs even add more thunder to it. Or Breaking Glass was one of our favorites to use at John Henry's. They were recorded a bottle breaking from one of the skits.
Oh yeah.
And then Orville would deploy that sound and pan it a little left, a little right, so it sounds like it was somewhere in the room.
Yeah.
Watch the bouncer come out there with a broom, a dustpan, and get that bottle that wasn't there.
That's right. I think I remember once I started it, when somebody would break a glass, we had a sound effect. It was the death from Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used that sound effect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. I'm trying to think of some other good sound effects that we had in there. So we had thunder and lightning, because that's what they called us.
Oh yeah.
Lights and sound.
Oh yeah.
So I'd cue up the thunder sound, and you hit the strobe.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, and the overhead. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Overhead.
Strobe overhead.
One above the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some good buttons that we had set up. We had all the ones, like I said, for strip off. We had post up.
The Halloween, we took.
That's right.
We took that monitor and put it underneath the pool table out in the audience, and then
trying to scare people that were standing next to the pool table.
Pulled it off. We definitely made some people look.
No doubt. Yeah, we trigger like a scream or a slamming door or something coming from over there.
And it's coming from behind him instead of the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good one. All kinds of tricks like that, man. Yeah. I remember, you know, like watching you set things up. I mean, you're so knowledgeable, you know, how to run this or, you know, set that up. And like watching you climb ladders and stuff, man, like you're all over the stage. And I was just like so impressed. I'm not sure like how old you are now, but you move around pretty good for your age, it seems like.
Oh yeah, I'm almost ready to draw my Social Security next year.
Yeah.
65 is next year.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, getting up there. Still, you know, doing union gigs.
That's awesome.
Set up my lighting system in an hour and get the program at Candy Apple Blue.
Yeah, so you're working with Candy Apple Blue. You know, I've seen them a couple times. They're really great. They got any gigs coming up? What are you doing with them?
Oh yeah, I think we got. I'd have to look at my calendar. March, end of March here coming up. Nikasi, Blair Alley. They go there.
Okay, nice.
They've got a connection with Winchester Bay out there.
Okay.
Some guys doing some.
Is Ben still running sound for them?
Ben is still running sound.
Nice.
The same crew. Jess is still.
Yeah.
Merch and stagehand.
Awesome.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to love getting to chat. You know, hanging out behind the soundboard with Ben. He would come to the show all the time and. You know, try to give me pointers and stuff like that. And you know, it was always good chatting with him. He's got a big podcast too. I think it's Hardcore History.
Hardcore History, you betcha.
Yeah.
He does audio for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. And I've listened to that podcast. It's great. Have you heard it?
No, I've actually only heard it from when I was at his house when he's working on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard bits and pieces and
cool.
Sometimes a whole episode.
That'd be so cool to get to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's super detailed history podcast. I mean, it must take, you know, months or to prepare for like one episode. I mean, it's like
you got to be researching that all the time.
Yeah,
to keep that going.
Yeah, it's that must just the amount of work that goes into that is just it blows my mind. Super detailed, but it's a great podcast.
Yeah,
yeah. They have they talk about the Mongols. They talk about World War I. I mean, they illustrate a bunch of stuff really well. It's really a great podcast. But yeah, let's see. I usually go about an hour with these, so let's see where we're at on time here. we're at the 30-minute mark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't have to go up to an hour. It's just,
Yeah.
I usually cut it off around then. But, trying to think if there's some other stories that we should tell while I got you here. You were telling me about some of your racing stories. I picked you up in my car, and
Oh, yeah.
we got to talking about racing and
That's
stuff.
high school. That was like a couple of lifetimes ago.
He said you bought a car for like $50.
Oh, yeah. Sold the back window no, it was a quarter-mile dirt track.
Oh, quarter-mile dirt track.
Yeah, I had a Corvair I raced in Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
My brother was stationed in Sacramento in the Air Force. I'd drive up there and race on streetcar night.
That's cool.
Kind of like you're doing now.
Yeah.
Only with an older car.
No doubt. Yeah. V8 probably.
No. Corvair had an air-cooled 6-cylinder in the rear.
Oh, okay.
60s vehicle, Ralph Nader bad-mouthed and destroyed production of, which is too bad.
I see. Yeah, the dirt track thing would be fun. This is like a...
Oh, yeah, sideways.
Like, yeah, I was about to say a lot of sliding in there.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fun.
They got one down Cottage Grove.
Yeah. I've been there, watched a couple races.
Oh, yeah. That's, a step up from bumper cars, I guess, or crash derby.
Yeah, I mean, they probably bang into each other all the time, huh?
No, you don't want to spend any money on a paint job.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Get out there, it's like when I worked at a motorcycle shop. We worked in a motorcycle wrecking yard, and we put a motorcycle together we had no money into. There's nothing better than being on a hill on a motorcycle you got no money into. It's the same thing at the racetrack.
Yeah.
Then you could take chances and
have some more fun.
So what if I fuck this thing up?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting how like there's these different builds, right? You have these cars that are kind of like trailer queens, or they're just show cars. You know what I mean? They're just kind of for looks. Like they're fast and they're awesome, but they're just kind of mostly for looks. But then you have other cars that are like, they're race cars and they're grungy and they got dings in them, but you you race in them and you have fun in them. And, you get to use them for what they're for.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I like that. I it's you build it, you want to race it. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to worry about scratching the paint.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about the the presidential candidates. You said you ran sound and lights for some of those. So tell me a little bit about that. How'd you get those gigs? What was that like? Who'd you run sound for?
No, man, it was we were building stages, backdrop, lighting, and stuff like that for a company called I-Beam. And the first president would have been Bill Clinton during the Thurston shooting.
Oh wow!
Under some dark times, he came to town here.
That's right.
I built the stage, the staircase, the backdrop, and put the lights on that shined them. When you got the Secret Service shadowing you all the time.
Yeah, I bet. He
travels with his own podium. I had to set lights, focus them.
So he brings his own podium?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I had to walk away from the lift, let the Secret Service guy go up there and make sure I didn't,
put anything on it.
Put a laser in there, something.
Yeah.
And then move the lift,
Wow.
Kind of thing. All the way up to, I think, last one would have been Barack.
Wow.
In north of here, Albany. Wouldn't technically be a president. He was running for president.
Oh, okay.
So technically not a president.
Was that the time when they were running for
yeah, he was running for election when we did him in Albany.
Okay.
I think we were stage and lighting for another company back then. I was already left I-Beam by then.
That's cool. Did they, working with the Secret Service around, that make things extra difficult for you at times?
Oh yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Some of it's pretty silly. A balloon drop from Dick Cheney. They went bad as one of my proudest moments. We went in and there, we couldn't tie a set string on the back end of the net, which keeps it in place so that your balloons drop on your audience and in front of your cameras where you want it to be.
Oh, okay.
And the Secret Service guys said I couldn't go over the stage and tie this piece of string because I wasn't allowed to do anything above the stage.
Uh-huh.
And I told them, and the balloon people told them, if I don't do that, the net's going to sway back and it's going to drop on your press riser and nothing in front of your balloons.
Yeah.
Nope. It's going to work. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. Yeah, vetoed me and the balloon people, the rigger and the balloon people. And so I'm not there for the Dick Cheney show or whatever it is. I come in after it, and the first thing I see are the balloon people, and they're giving me high fives. The balloon net did exactly what I told them. It swayed back, fell on the press riser, and nothing in front of the camera. So yeah.
So they didn't get the shot they wanted.
Yeah, and previously I'm laying tape down and building a staircase for Dick Cheney's escape route with the Secret Service, the same Secret Service that wouldn't allow me to put it, if I'm going to be a threat, I think I could do it back here, Yeah.
I bet, if a balloon pops, everybody's just on high alert.
I wasn't there for that, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where else do we go here? Is there any other epic stories that we should tell before I let you go?
I don't know. Anybody know about Bill Condy? The Hemp Fest when pot was illegal, all that kind of shit.
Let's hear it.
Oh, shit, man. I think one of my first gigs there, I'm in charge of the parking lot, and I'm called in to shut down, what's that balloons? The nitrous?
Okay.
Operation going on in the parking lot. I'm called out there to go shut that down by radio and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Is there people inhaling it?
Oh, yeah. And I go out there and there's fucking Bill Condy with 2 balloons. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be shutting this down. Shit like that.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Those were fun times. We did 3 high times.
Oh, yeah?
Hemp Fest out there at Bill Condy's, which was pretty fun.
Where's that at?
Off I-5. What's that, near Harrisburg?
Hemp Fest. Yeah, I think...
There's an airport, small airport right there. Is it... Oh, I can't remember what exit number.
But down in Southern Oregon?
No, north of us.
Oh, north?
North of us just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Past Coburg, Harrisburg's north of us.
Okay, all right.
Off I-5.
Because I played Hemp Fest. They called it Hemp Fest. It was down in Southern Oregon. I was wondering if maybe it was the same event, but it doesn't seem like it.
No, this was way back.
Yeah.
I wish they'd kept their promises. They told me hemp was going to save the world back then, and that it was going to replace plastic and all that. And now I go down to the dispensaries, and I got to unwrap all this plastic from my fucking...
Yeah, I've worked in the cannabis industry, and it's just like, I don't want to speak bad about it or anything like that, but there's definitely some plastic that's used in the process that, could be... I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert, but probably could maybe figure out a way to get away from those things. Like some of the netting that they use to hold the plants up. Once you're done with them and you ball that stuff up, it's like this nasty mess of like tangled. Plastic.
I've been to places they have me reuse it, then it moves on to hanging and drying. I think it's the same netting. I just actually did that recently. I probably shouldn't talk about where.
Yeah, that's
fine. Some people do reuse, but I mean, the dispensaries themselves, you buy a joint and it comes in this plastic tube. They were recycling for a while, but they're not even doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And we were told when it was illegal that, make this stuff legal and it's going to save the world.
And they can make all kinds of products out of it.
They do.
Hemp paper, and I have a friend who worked for a hemp paper company. But
when I was doing roller derby, their catering used biodegradable flatware made out of cornstarch.
Okay.
Works great, and you have your meal with it, and throw it in the garbage, and
Yeah.
Or in the compost.
Yeah.
They'll break down in your compost. So the technology's there.
Yeah.
It costs a little money, and I guess it comes down to the consumer, really.
Right.
Are you willing to pay that money to save the world? I hear them talking about saving the world, but nobody wants to. I'd spend money. I'd spend the extra money to a dispensary that went that route.
Yeah.
And promote that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, it's something that we're going to need to be working on more and more. I mean...
Well, they keep talking about it. I mean, let's start. I mean, you've talked about it and talked about it, and you made promises back in the day. We're talking 90s and shit like that.
Yeah.
Let's move,
Yeah, I mean, the climate's changing, and, things are, like, there's so much garbage, not only in landfills, but now it's like it's in the ocean, too, and... I've seen some efforts, clean up, like ocean cleanup efforts and stuff too. But it must be so difficult to try to actually pull that off.
Oh, it's enormous.
Yeah, enormous.
We've probably all seen the videos of the island of plastic in the Pacific Ocean.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about.
It's just incredible. I think recycling plastic costs money. Recycling all this stuff. We don't even do it anymore. You think you're putting your shit in recycling when you dump your garbage.
Right.
But it all goes, landfill.
Yeah.
Because
it doesn't get sorted, or it's not
cost
high quality.
effective.
Yeah.
So cost effective to who? The consumer. So maybe it comes back to the consumer. I think it all comes back to the consumer.
Yeah, like you said, what are they willing to spend money on? And will they spend the extra money to, for a good cause or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or our government. And our government can lose money on stuff like that.
Yeah.
As like they should have. The post office has changed a bit.
Well, everything.
It didn't matter if the post office made money. It was a government agency that delivered your mail.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're military.
Now everything's so optimized just to make money.
Yeah.
That it's like, I think that environmental effects is kind of they don't think about that as much.
No, but it all comes down to us.
Yeah.
I got grandkids now.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Try and leave the planet better than I left it.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't imagine like the world is so crazy right now. Like what it's like to try and bring up a new generation right now in this craziness, because it's like it's so tough. Like times are so tough, man. Everything's so expensive. Housing and gas and it's crazy, man. It's like times are so tough right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Just gotta keep your chin up and do what you can, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Run for office, I guess. I'm not going to do that, but
Yeah.
if you're passionate about
making
views,
a change.
make a change.
Yeah.
That's. I've always loved the NAACP, who's dealt with their views politically, and have, to my knowledge, stayed nonviolent. All the way through an organization that goes back to 30s. Jesse Owens. They're trying to talk him out of going to the Olympics in the 30s.
Mm.
So they've been around for a long time. And it's been political moves and getting their people in office the right way, the way you should do in a democracy.
Yeah.
When they went with, that's my own views. I'm not sure if that's terribly important, but I went with Joe Biden when they went there because I trusted them, not Joe Biden.
Yeah. Just the track record of the
and
organization.
It's not my cause, and but it's a good cause.
Yeah.
And their track record, those are the kind of people I want to support.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I guess, just be proactive and try to do your research and, support in, whatever ways you think are going to be effective for making a better future.
Oh, yeah. And I think we all need to work together.
Yeah, that's important.
You and I have a lot of gay friends. We're not gay, but we support gay rights because those are our friends.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the same wherever else we go. Mm-hmm. You and I certainly aren't women, but we do support our feminist friends.
Yeah.
And feel that they should have the same rights as anyone else.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be this or that, Just support each other, really.
Yeah.
Be good to one each other. Is that the George Carlin
Be
line?
nice to each other. Yeah, that's a big one, man. Yeah. Everything's so divided right now. It's like people just need to remember to be nice to their neighbors and try to find some kind of common ground and be able to talk and have conversations and disagreements. Be able to have disagreement but still have a conversation. It doesn't need to be so black or white or red or blue or.
Because it's never black and white, not in a democracy with so many different people.
Yeah.
There's going to have to be some give and take and some understanding, and just try to do that. Just try to understand your brother or your sister.
Yeah. Try to understand
where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult. There's a lot of pronouns now that we got to keep track of, You got the fiddler on the roof, the wardrobe person. Don't call her ma'am. Mm-hmm. You just said her. Anyway, I don't know. So it's hard to keep track of, even for people that know and love these people.
Like you're aware of it and you try to be
But make the effort, I guess.
Make
the effort.
Yeah.
Understand that's where that person is and where that person's coming from.
That was one of the fun things too, I think, about like being around the Burlesque Show is just the inclusiveness of everybody.
Oh yeah. And it was like that at John Henry's as well.
Yeah.
Like you said about the the lineup, the Burlesque Show, metal show, glam, hip hop.
Yeah.
I worked some lights for DJ Technique back in the day. Had John Henry's there doing hip hop as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool just to be able to bring everybody together, you know, with an art form. And that's kind of one of the cool things about this town too, is there's just so much, you know, so much, I guess, different groups and diversity and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah. You know, and try not to use the word hate so much. Like, I hate this kind of music, or I hate this kind of,
yeah,
you know, food or whatever. And kind of open yourself up. And,
yeah.
You know,
even if you don't like it, you know, just understand that
you may just
other people do.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's important. That's a really good message. And yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming on here and telling your stories. Yeah, man, it's been cool. I haven't seen you in a long time, so it's pretty cool to get to catch up with you for a minute.
I was just talking about the times just 2 days ago, I think, before he called me.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Just must have been your ears were ringing, and
yep,
I called you.
Universe just calling.
Yeah, universe, exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see, we're right on time here. We're at 47. We can, I mean, unless there's something else, we have some other stories or something that we can think of. I mean, we can cut a little short here. I'm a little unprepared. Sometimes I try to come into these with a little more notes or you know, questions to ask, but I figured, you know, just it'd be good to see you and get to tell some stories and catch up a little bit. So yeah, it's always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, even if we couldn't fill out the hour, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll post these on my YouTube channel, and I'll let you know when it's up.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for coming.
All right.
All right.